Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Have another Transformers Power of the Primes review for you. This is Deluxe Class Dreadwind. He's the only Decepticon in the first wave, which is a bit of a bummer, but he does look pretty excellent. I love the color scheme on this guy. Artwork up top, very, very cool. And if you guys know me at all, if you've been watching my videos at all, you know that I'm a huge fan of Master Force, which is the series this guy is from. So always excited to get more Master Force characters. Taking a look at the back, it says, "How will the doom-bringing Decepticon air defense specialist wield the power of the primes?" So, eagle-eye viewers will probably see that he's kind of a remold of the aerial bots from Combiner Wars. I think specifically Air Raid, but I could be wrong about that. I'd have to go back and look at that. But he's kind of a remold of one of the aerial bots. But I think it's pretty cool. I think they did a pretty excellent job. I love the color scheme. The head sculpt looks pretty perfect. Over here on the side, you see some of the Prime Masters like we've been seeing. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead, get them out, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's Dreadwind out of the packaging, and he comes with everything you see here. First up, we'll take a look at the little card he comes with. Pretty cool little artwork. I like that a lot. Has the border with that symbol in the corner. Alchemist Dreadwind activates a Shadow Spark and other bots. Okay. So it's the usual pretty thick cardboard. Nice collectible card there. Not much else to it. Put that off to the side. And then we'll take a close-up look at the robot himself. The more I was looking at this, I think this is a remold of Skydive. I think that's the aerial bot mold they used for this. You can tell the feet, really the whole leg. And the other thing is he has this function where the whole shoulders rotate down. That was something else Skydive had. So I think he's a remold of Skydive. But he looks great. I love the color scheme. I always have, even on the G1 character. I think the kind of seafoam, it's kind of a seafoam green, kind of a teal really, I guess. More of like a turquoise, I guess. With the purple, I think always looks really sharp. Love the head sculpt. Kind of simple, but it works. Very reminiscent of the G1 character. Very nice. You have a Decepticon symbol there on the chest. Nice red paint here. A silver here on the knee guards is pretty good. And then you'll see some nice silver and purple for the Decepticon symbol down here. Looks pretty good. So overall, I really like the color scheme. I think they did a great job. I mean, yes, we've seen these molds a good couple times, but I think they did a nice job with this. And I did not mind buying it again. Because, I mean, they're good molds, and they really did remold it quite a bit. So I think he's pretty cool. He has this gun, fairly simplistic, but it works. Of course, he can fit that into his hand. You can see he's also got pegs on his forearms. You can put it in there if you like. He's got the standard fist piece that all these guys come with. And then the little peg here can come out so you can put a Titan Master / Prime Master in there. Otherwise, it can be transformed into a fist by flipping out the hand, or fingers, I should say. So you get kind of a, whoops, now I'm dropping it. You get a fist piece here. This one's very boxy in the front. It kind of looks like a Power Master to me. This piece right here, which I think is pretty cool. You can peg it into the chest. It's actually pretty cool. This little panel here just folds down. Oops. You have to fold it down flat. There we go. And then you can see the peg hole, so you can go ahead and peg that right in there, and then you can wear it as chest armor like all the others. So that's pretty cool. And then you can flip this back closed. Obviously, here's the Combiner Wars port there in his chest. Articulation, pretty much what you'd expect. Head is on a ball joint. You have a swivel here in the shoulder, as well as an in and out to the side. Bicep swivel. Nice ratchet here in the elbow. Nothing for the wrist. Nothing in the... Well, that's not true. The waist does actually swivel. I'm sorry. Ball joint in the hip. Thigh swivel. 90 degrees, pretty much 90 degrees in the knee, and then nothing in the ankle. That's all one solid piece. But like I said, he really does look good. I love the color scheme. You can definitely get some good poses out of him. I'm just not that good at posing figures. And the kibble, I feel like, is a reasonable amount. I mean, I don't mind having this on the back of the feet. I mean, it acts as perfect heels. He's not falling over anywhere. And I like the look of the fuselage on the back. That doesn't bother me at all either. So, I like him. I like him a lot. Now, the original G1 character, I think, had the fuselage as part of his chest, like down here. I can understand how they couldn't really go that route because they're reusing a mold, and it doesn't bother me. I think it looks perfectly good, and I really do like the robot mode quite a bit. Well, let's go ahead and get into the transformation. So the transformation, I'm sure, is pretty much what you'd expect. You can start by turning the head 180 degrees, and then come back to this part, unpeg it, fold it all the way down, and then this whole piece is going to fold up and it'll snap very nicely in place. Take the arms and that hinge I showed you earlier, you're going to rotate them down on that hinge. And then that'll snug into place, just like that. So now you have the shoulders considerably lower. Going to come down to the legs and open these pieces up. I like to, the directions say to sandwich the legs together first, but I personally find it easier to accordion these in on themselves when they're separated. That's just me. So once you get that all done, then you can go ahead and sandwich them together. Just like that. And then also connect, I guess these don't actually connect to each other. And then you just fold them down. And you get pretty much the whole back of the jet. At this point, you can push the arms straight, and you can see that peg right there is going to peg into the side of the arm. So you just go ahead and push them in. Very similar to how Skydive transforms, if you remember that toy at all. So you can see most of this is pretty much done. You're going to fold the wings down here. This is going to unpeg from the side. You can see that there was that green tab right there was pegged into that tab hole right there. So you just unpeg that and then rock this whole area forward. Now as you do that, you can see that there is a tab slot right there underneath, and this big tab on the back of the arm is going to, that's going to kind of slide up and drop on top to keep that in place. So unpeg, rotate forward, and then at the very last minute you just kind of lift it up and drop it on. And sometimes things will come unpegged, but it's very easy just to pop them right back on. And there you go. The last thing you do is just fold down these rear wings. And there you go. You have Dreadwind. Very, very cool. Now again, you have this big spot peg hole in the back. You can peg the gun in. You can peg this piece in. So you have some options there. You do also have some peg holes underneath the wings, right here and right here. You also have some peg holes on the side of the forearms. So you could peg this gun in here. You could peg it under here. You have lots of options, which I like. I think that's pretty cool. I always like when you have lots of options. I mean, technically, you could even peg it in the back here if you wanted to. It would look ridiculous, but you could do it. Why not? So I'm pretty sure when this was first shown at, and now I'm going to blank, was it NYCC or SDCC? I don't remember which convention it was for. Maybe it was even HasbroCon or HasCon, whatever. It's a terrible name. They got to work on that name. But in any case, it might have been HasCon when these were first shown off officially, because there were leaked pictures and whatnot. But obviously, this is Dreadwind. His Power Master brother Darkwing is also going to be available, but I think he's going to be called Blackwing because they probably don't have the rights to Darkwing anymore. Darkwing Duck, who knows? In any case, that toy is supposed to be able, at least on the show, and I think the original toys could do it as well. They can combine together, and I think it was called Dark Wings or Dreadwings, because it was like half of it was Darkwing and Dreadwind, so I think it was Dreadwings when they went together. In any case, I've been told that those two toys will be able to connect together. I'm wondering if it's going to be something as simple as just using this large peg hole right here and just pegging together. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm interested. The directions don't say anything about it so far, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the directions for Darkwing will say something. Maybe it'll be like a unofficial thing that can be done, but is not really in the directions. Only time will tell on that. But as we stand, I think Dreadwind, I apologize. I'm going to do that all day. Dreadwind, I think, looks great. Again, I love the paint here on the wings. The silver and the purple there looks great on those Decepticon symbols. A little bit of red paint up here. Cockpit's painted beautifully. This is I believe this is a separate piece of gray plastic. This is not paint. This is different colored plastic. I think this is all painted gray, though. So yeah, overall, I love this vehicle mode. Yes, it's a mold we've seen before, but they've done a great job remolding it, and overall, I just think it looks fantastic. So I think this guy is absolutely fantastic. There's really nothing for me to complain about. Yes, I know it is a mold that we've seen before in Combiner Wars a good couple times, but they did a really great job. Everything they remolded looks good. The color scheme's great. The head sculpt's fantastic. Paint apps are nice. I like the robot mode. I like the plane mode. I don't really have anything to complain about. I really just like this guy a lot. Now, I understand I am a huge Master Force fan, so it might be hard for me to be impartial because of that, but I think if you pick this guy up, you won't be disappointed. He's definitely a lot of fun. He's going to become a combiner limb for Starscream, which we should eventually get. Darkwing is also coming out, and the two are supposedly supposed to combine like the original G1 toy. So I have a lot of hopes, and right off the bat, this guy's fun on his own, but he's got a lot of potential coming down the line as well. So, like I said, if you pick him up, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think he's really fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Deluxe Class Dreadwind from Transformers Power of the Primes. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.